We are off to the woods, right in the truck. It's harvest time. Gonna head to the little bit of a favourite wood. Catching a little bit. Hey, how we doing? It's JJ. We just dropped me the staves down a second. Tripod's packed up on the pack, and behind me in the fields, just the other side of that hedgerow and over that way, it's harvest time. We love harvest time. They've already done quite a few of the fields. Kind of hoping that them doing the harvest might have driven some of the fallow deer that are around here into this wood behind me, but whether I see them or not is another thing. But I'm just going to switch you around a second. Helps if I take the cover off. Just walking up through this trail here. I don't know if you can actually see all this down on there, but I've just walking up through a fair bit of wild mint, and the smell is absolutely amazing coming up through here. And I'm just going to carry on up through this old track, and I'm just going to head into a slightly different bit of the wood where I normally come into, just to have a little bit of larvu time and a bit of a chill out. So we'll catch you in a little bit. Just trimming down the hazel staves so that all three of them are the same size. A couple of them are just a little bit too tall, so just trim those down with a Laplander. Now we're just nipping them up so they fit into the tree pea from rough timber, which of course you know I always use. Farmers shooting out in the fields where they've done a harvest, because obviously a lot of the pigeons and that'll be about. I've let the farmer know that I'm in the wood here, because I still do have the permission, although I don't use it as much, but I'm just using a quieter part of the wood today. So I've got these bits done that I need to. Might just nip that one up a little bit more. Just using my Field and Steel Echo in ABL. That's better for getting that into that's better. Right, I'm just gonna pop my tools away, and then I'm just gonna get set up. Catch you in a bit. Kind of got most of it set up in the last 10 minutes, and I've just been really quiet. About 3/4 of a mile over that way is Walken Hall Farm. There is a festival going on over there, Campo Festival, little camper van sort of festival. You can just about make out the noise. music blaring out, dogs barking, harvest behind me. Likelihood is that the deer are not going to come through this section of wood. They're going to stay wherever they are. Obviously they are pretty reclusive most of the time, and any disturbance they would just stay put where they feel safe and sound. And also when I'm setting up, I do the initial part of a video and then I just go quiet. There's buzzards, there's red kites, there are ravens and that about, and I like to draw nature in if I can and just be as quiet as I can when I'm setting up. We're setting up, we've set it pretty low. It's my size 2, and we're just going to enjoy a little bit of chill out time. That's what it's all about, just getting out, making a bit of time for yourself, which we haven't done enough of just lately. So that's exactly what we're going to do today. Sometimes it's good just to come out and just keep coming to like the same spot during the course of the year. It's been really dry. We have had a fair dollop of rain in the last week or so, but overall it is really dry. I have brought the firebox stove today, but I've decided not to light it up. I haven't lit it up for a little while, but I've decided not to. There's absolutely no need. The ground is absolutely bone dry. I've got no need just to light a fire. Looks good in pics, but we don't actually need that today. That's not what this little video is about. It's just coming out, enjoying some time. But it's also good just to really come out and actually practice some skills while you're out. Do some different things. Try some different techniques. Big old branch or something like that's come down, and you do want to sort of prep it, rather than trying to just lean it up, give it a good old kick with a leg trying to break it. More than likely to twist your ankle, make a load of noise and not do the job properly. So we like to place it between two, over the top of one knee, underneath the other. Get your stance just right. It's really close and it's really stable. Practice that technique. It's like the knee brace technique. I mean that's really dry. It's actually a really good shape to maybe make a little bit of a spoon or a ladle. We might keep that, we might just throw it away. As soon as you finish with your tools, place them away. The knee brace, it's a fantastic technique. Try different positions. A chest lever, rather than you just trying to use all your force with your forearm, you actually use the motion of your arms in a lever position just to trim down wood. It's a lot safer. The knife cannot come inward on itself and cut yourself. It's a great technique for trimming down pieces of wood. Safety is really important, and the more you practice a new technique, it becomes ingrained in you and you become more proficient in its use, meaning that less time and less energy is actually used. Try different techniques. It's totally worth the time and expenditure, because if you just keep doing the same techniques all the time, you become complacent. You end up thinking you're so good at that one technique. That's when the brain switches off. So practice different techniques. Coming out into this wood, we're on a little bit of a slope. It goes down onto the lay field, the field that they no longer use. It's just a wild field now, and then it goes down into a big vale that runs for a few miles along, and it's where the river Bean is. So because you've got that slope down and you've got the riverbed at the bottom, the prevailing wind always comes this way. So if I was to light a fire, I would always put myself in a position away from the edge of the field. The prevailing wind is going to bring the smoke more in towards the wood rather than just billowing out for all and sundry to see. Even though I do have the permission to use this wood, I don't necessarily want to advocate my presence, even though I've now got my voice raised speaking to you. But you know what I mean. Get used to the prevailing wind conditions, that the wind is primarily going to blow, and that way you will know where to set your camp up, shelter, tarp, hammock, whatever it is you're using. If you are going to light a fire, it's just really handy to get an idea before you go out. Look at the weather forecast, look at the clouds, look at the canopy, see which way the wind is blowing, and then set your camp up from there. So it's little things like that that are just really handy to use. I've got no desire, no real need for a fire today. It's warm, it's muggy anyway, and whilst the smoke might keep away the insects, I've got no real need for it. It's just enjoying some time out today, practice a couple of little different techniques, get out and enjoy. No coffee today, just water. Nice. We have ordered a new canoe. In the last couple of days we have been paddling now in my Mohawk Sport 14. I'm trying to get as much use out of that canoe before I sell it on. I've got a couple of people interested, but I'm kind of getting dicked about by them, so I might just end up keeping it as a secondary spare. But we've got a new canoe coming. 3 years ago I took out a Campbell Canoes Cam S7, built by Jason down at Campbell Canoes in Hartford. We've been down, we've ordered a new one, and in about 4 or 5 weeks time hopefully we'll get that unveiled to you. It's going to be fantastic. It's a bigger canoe, it's built to my spec and my colours, and I can't wait. So there will be a lot more canoe trips coming up as well. But I haven't been out as much just lately, and I just really want to enjoy getting back into some woods and showing you some techniques. I'm just going to get set up now to show you another one for just some splitting some wood as well. So be back in a second. There you go. Now you keep the axe still and just use the wood to split up as you go, rather than twisting the axe head. Food is muggy. Just get yourselves outdoors, practice some craft, practice some skills. Get out when it's raining, get out when it's really windy, and practice whatever your preferred and desired shelter system is. Listen, it's good to go out when it's really dry like today and just set up with a breeze and it's done in seconds. But more often than not, when you're going out, especially if you're seasoned all-weather sort of camper, you need to be able to practice your shelter systems, getting those up as quickly as possible in all weathers. And that's something not a lot of people do, and that's why when they do go out and they're camping for the first few times in really sort of inclement, wet, windy weather, their stuff gets absolutely soaking wet because they haven't actually practiced setting it up in bad conditions. And the more you do that, again, the more you become proficient, and the practical application of setup becomes an easier thing to do. So just get out, just practice. You know, you practice with some friends, practice by yourself. If you're not too sure, there's a whole myriad of YouTube videos, posts, groups, things like that. Get yourself booked on a fundamentals course, real basics. There are many fantastic providers of bushcraft courses in the UK, and I'm not just going to pigeonhole people here. I do have my desired and preferred practitioners of that craft. So if you want to find out who I'd actually recommend, drop us a comment in here and I can set you in the right direction to finding a really good practitioner and provider of a bushcraft course, from the most basic entry level right the way up to advanced. It's certainly worth doing if you're going to get out on a real regular basis and you have that desire to learn and you want more knowledge. just get out, do it by yourself. If you feel comfortable doing that, that's great. If not, reach out to other people. At the end of the day, just get out and enjoy. I haven't done enough of that just lately, and now I've waffled on long enough. Time to wave you lot goodbye. I'm going to enjoy some downtime in the woods. Thanks for tuning in. We'll catch up again on the next one. See you later.